Hello, today I'm going to show you how to do squats using correct technique. It's really important to use correct technique particularly when doing squats, to avoid injury. Squats are an amazing way of strengthening your thighs and your glutes and your lower back and your core. Squats, what I like about squats is that you don't need any special equipment. They're free, they're fairly quick and easy to do once you get the technique right. You can do them while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. As we get older, we lose muscle mass. Now, you may not notice this because the muscle is replaced by fat, but as we get into maybe your 60s, 70s, you may notice that things that you took for granted, everyday living activities like going up and down stairs, getting in and out of the car, getting in and out of the bath, become more difficult. And that's because you're losing muscle mass. But fear not, all is not lost. By starting to do strengthening exercises, and you're never too old to start, you can halt the decline of the muscle mass wastage. Sounds awful, doesn't it? And you can actually add new muscle. So, squats. Starting with your feet hip width apart. Or most exercises should be done with your feet, a good solid base so that you don't fall. Squats are actually useful for fall prevention as well. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see what I'm doing. So, with your feet hip width apart. When people first start squatting, the temptation is that they put their knees forward like that. Now that is just totally wrong. You'll injure your knees, you won't get any benefit. Squatting is actually sitting without the chair. So, feet hip width apart, put both arms out like this. I'm only going to put one out. This is just for balance, you don't have to do this. I'm going to put one out so that you can see what I'm saying. And then you stick your bottom out and you sit down. Now, if you notice, the knees don't go over the toes like that. The knees stay back. It's a bit difficult doing this with only one arm to balance me. And then up you come. If you haven't done any squats for a long time, or if you've never done them, you may find that your thighs and your glutes aren't strong enough to allow you to go down very far. So if you would just go down that far, that's absolutely fine. As long as your knees aren't going forward like that, your knees stay back, it's your bottom that goes down. And your knees bend simply because they follow your bottom, as it were. When you squat, your shins and your back are parallel, sort of like that. Okay? So don't round your back. Some people go down and they do that. And then that's a lot easier. Okay? You keep your back straight, your chest up, and you're going down like that. Okay? Now, my back and my shins are parallel. If I go up like that, they're still parallel. If I go right down like that, they're still parallel. Okay? So you should aim for 10. Nice and slow. Okay? Back on your heels. A good way to check that you're doing the correct technique is to do them sideways with a full-length mirror. And that's, you can then see whether your toes are going over whether your knees are going over your toes. Try not to, some people, if they've got a weakness here, their knees going like that, try and keep your knees facing forwards, okay? They shouldn't go in like that, facing forward like that, okay? So that's the squat from the front. Okay, right. I hope that helps. Any questions? Just leave some comments. Thank you for watching.